Here's some things I want you to start doing today, right now, that will build your self-esteem super fast. The number one thing.
You need to have a way to make you feel great about you. You need to have a way on a regular basis that you feel great about yourself as a human and what you're doing.
But if you don't learn to punish yourself, you will never get where you want to go.
Rise and shine, it's espresso time.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and this channel was created to help you overcome the number one challenge that is holding you back, a lack of belief in yourself. You watch these videos because you know there is something greater inside you as well. You have Michael Jordan level talent at something. So let's start your day off right together. Grab your coffee and sip on today's message from Marisa Peer. Also, if you want to have more confidence, check out my 254 series. They are free. The links to join are in the description below.
Successful people do what they hate to get to where they want to be. It doesn't matter how talented you are, if you don't have self-belief, you're not going to get anywhere. Here's some things I want you to start doing today, right now, that will build your self-esteem super fast. The number one thing is to praise yourself. There is nothing that will build your self-esteem like praise, but your praise is if you have a shopper who says, oh, you look really great in the outfit. Yeah, it suits you, you must buy it. They have an agenda. If your boss says you're amazing at your job, but I need to give you work to do over the weekend, they have an agenda. Someone dating you might have an agenda, and your mind knows that. But when you say, I'm great at my job, I'm smart, I'm kind, I'm nice, people like me, there is no agenda. Unfortunately, when you go, I'm rubbish at my job, I'm boring, I always mess up and I have no friends, your mind lets that into, because your mind doesn't really care if what you say is right or wrong, good or bad, healthy or unhealthy. Let me prove that to you. I want you to put your hand in front of your face like that. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to imagine you have a big, fat, juicy lemon. And I want you to breathe in that wonderful lemon smell and just squeeze it a bit and feel that wonderful lemon texture, because nothing quite smells like a lemon. So still really believing you have half a lemon in your hand, open your mouth, shove that lemon in there, cram that half a lemon into your mouth and start chewing and sucking and biting and swallowing the flesh. Keep sucking all that lemon flesh into your mouth, bite it, chew it, suck out the juice. And you will notice that what is happening is your body is responding to a thought as if it's a fact. Your body is responding to the image and thought of eating a lemon as if you are actually eating a lemon, and it's making a saliva, because thoughts are things. And every thought you have has a physical reaction in your body and an emotional response to. When you think, I don't have friends, I can't talk to people, I can't take things back to a store, I can't ask for special treatment, I don't know how to talk to people, then your mind accepts that as a fact, just like the lemon. But when you say, oh, I can talk to anyone, I'm an interesting person, I'm warm and friendly, people like me, and I can make eye contact, I'm good at my job, I can ask someone out on a date, I can tell the person I'm involved with what I need, your mind accepts that too. And someone recently said they keep a lemon on their desk now and look at it every day. I'm sure they change it every month, because that lemon reminds them every day that they are responsible for what they think and feel. And you know, responsibility, that word means an ability to respond. So I want you to start to praise yourself. I want you to wake up in the morning, the first thing you go is, I like myself.
You need to be your biggest critic as well as your biggest fan. People are usually their biggest critics. You point out all the flaws. You tell yourself all the reasons why you suck. I actually think that's a good thing. Being your biggest critic forces you to get better. But it's only healthy if it's paired with you also being your biggest fan. You think that you suck, but you also feel like you're amazing. Like you're a gift to the world, like you're the best thing ever. You suck and you're amazing. You're the worst and you're the best, both. I think that's the healthy balance. You have to be your biggest critic as well as your biggest fan, both at the same time. So earlier in my career, I had a problem with Kanye West. It's funny because he was the first top 10 that I did on my channel. He's on my wall way back here behind me. I just thought that he was too egotistical, too bombastic, too talking about himself. My upbringing was very humble and just not bragging and not being bodacious. And Kanye kind of represented all the opposite of that. And you know, he has this picture of himself when you walk into his home. He has this big picture of himself. And somebody said, isn't that really egotistical that when you walk into your own home, you got this giant picture of you? And his response was something like, well, you gotta love yourself first. If you don't love yourself, you don't cheer for yourself, you don't hang the picture of yourself, who else is gonna do it? And over time and exposure, I picked up on it. Like, I like it more. I've become much more a fan of myself. Outwardly, it's a lot more critical. Outwardly, it's more, I suck, I need to get better, I need to improve. But not that I suck as a human, it's that I don't have the skills. I think for you to be your biggest critic, the healthiest way to do it is for you to point out the skills that you need to work on. You don't suck as a human. You suck at making videos. You suck at writing a book. You suck at salsa dancing. You suck at raising dogs. You know, you figure it out. It's just a skill set. It doesn't hit you close to home because it's a skill set that if you practice, you'll get better at. It's rooted, it needs to be rooted in I rock as a human. I don't suck as a human, I rock, I'm the best as a human, but I suck at almost every skill out there. And I think that's a healthy balance that you need to have. Now, I don't know if I wouldn't call Kanye balanced on that, but I take a piece of it. I take that piece, that self-love, that self-congratulations, and I like to use it. So recently I came back from Tony Robbins, an event he invited me out to in Dallas. And I had this vision while I was there of the Green Arrow. I don't know if you guys ever watch Arrow, but Arrow, the TV show, when they're in their home base, they all have these mannequins, and the mannequins then wear their outfits. And I've always said that I feel like Batman putting on my Believe hoodie, right? Like, this is my outfit. I'm a superhero going to work. I feel like that. I feel that way. I don't outwardly say that a lot, and maybe I should more. I feel, I guess, that it still sounds a little too egotistical, but I feel like a superhero putting on my outfit, ready to go take on Believe around the world, right? That's how I feel when I put on this stuff. So I said, wow, I want to have my own mannequin. I want to have a mannequin, and I want to put it in the Believe gear, and I'll have that as a reminder. And so I did it. Actually, let me get it. I'm gonna get it. Let me get it. It's really heavy. We're gonna bring it in. How's that? Okay. We'll hold it. Okay, there we go. That's it. Huh? So this actually scares me. It scares me because we had it out in the hallway, and then I wake up at night and like, there's someone in the hallway. So this is my Arrow superhero space. Okay, I'm taking it out. Whoa. Either I'm really out of shape or that's really heavy, or probably some combination of both. Anyway, I would never have done that. I would never have done that X number of years ago. Even to wear my own name on my back felt weird when I first did it. But then I thought, who am I not to? Like, why not? I'm proud of it. I feel like Batman putting this thing on, so that's how I celebrate myself. And so I think you need to have, whether you have your own, hoodies and mannequins and all that stuff, or you're high-fiving or praising, you need to have a way to make you feel great about you. You need to have a way on a regular basis that you feel great about yourself as a human and what you're doing. Even though you may not be getting results, even though you might not have the skill sets, even though you might be losing every day, still finding ways to praise yourself and make you feel like you are amazing. And if you're struggling with that, I'm gonna give you a 3-step process that I think will help. So step number 1 is have what I call play bigger triggers. Play bigger triggers are things that you put in your environment to remind you to play a bigger game. So Marisa talked about the lemon. You have a lemon, you eat the lemon and you taste the lemon, and as she was talking about it, I taste the lemon. And then that woman had a lemon on her desk as a reminder to her, the visualization. So for me, I've got my mannequin here with the outfit. Even having your own branded outfits, right? Makes a difference. Having the Doritos there reminds me, it's a play bigger trigger that I'm stronger than the Doritos. These people behind me here, play bigger trigger, that I want to be a visionary like Steve Jobs and a father like my father, and have a little more self-confidence and self-love and bravado like Kanye. Play bigger triggers. You might not want any of this stuff for you, but what is the thing that makes you play a bigger game, that makes you believe in yourself more, that makes you feel like you're amazing? Take some of the biggest highlights of your life where you felt so proud and amazing about yourself, and then put it up on the wall. Put it on your cell phone background, put it on your computer background as a reminder about what an amazing human being you are. Friend of the channel, Mark Jager, reminded me that when I broke my neck to keep the neck braces. I was gonna throw them away, but I keep them. They're not usually on camera, but they're down there. I keep them in my office. 60 days straight I wore these things with a 10-minute break every day. I'm amazing, right? I'm amazing. This is a reminder of how amazing I am. And so I want that for you. I want you to feel like you're amazing. I want you to pick some of those moments that made you feel so proud that you would celebrate, and then have some kind of visual in your office that's around you regularly as a constant play bigger trigger, so you remember that you too, you're amazing. Step number 2 is time it well. So I've talked about how you need to be your biggest fan and your biggest critic. Often you need to pick when you're your biggest fan and when you're your biggest critic. You need to pick when you're hard on yourself and when you need to be gentle on yourself. And so here's how I do it. When I'm feeling on top of the world, when I feel like there's a big win that just happens, like great, celebrate, but then I'm hard on myself. Then like, this is nothing, let's go, keep going, come on. We can do better than what we're doing right now. But if I'm feeling low, then I'll be gentle on myself, right? If I'm feeling low, then it'll be okay. I need this time. So when you're really at your bottom, you need to be your biggest fan. And when you're at the top, you need to be your biggest critic. And I think people are often the opposite. When you're at the bottom, you feel like you suck and everything's terrible. When you're at the top, you feel great and amazing about yourself. And you want to flip it. When you're at the top, you suck. And when you're at the bottom, you're the best. I do this with my team too, with Alex. When Alex comes in, Alex helps me run Toronto Dance Salsa, largest salsa dancing school in Canada, maybe North America. And if he comes in and I will go watch his class, for example, and he feels like he had the best class of all time, it's like his favorite class. Like, great, yeah, I had some wins, but dude, you still suck. Like there's like 18 things you need to get better to improve. And if he comes in and he has a really bad class and he bombs and he feels really bad about himself, it's like, it's okay, dude, it's fine. Like, you're an amazing instructor. This is a one-off. You're gonna come back and crush it, right? Give them the opposite. Give yourself the opposite. Be your biggest fan and your biggest critic. But just make sure you time it well. And step number 3 to praise yourself is do the pillow test. The pillow test is every night before you hit your head on the pillow, right? You're gonna go sleep. Every night before your head hits the pillow, you have to do something that makes you proud of yourself. And that's something only you can judge. What makes you proud of you? Doesn't matter what I think of you. Doesn't matter what your friends, your family, even your husband or wife or your parents think of you. It doesn't matter. It's what you think of you. At the end of the day, it's what you think of you. And so are you proud of yourself? And this is a great question to ask right now because you still got time left in the day. What are you gonna do for the rest of the day? Whether you have the whole day ahead of you or you've got 20 more minutes before you hit the bed, before the head hits the pillow, what are you gonna do today to make you feel proud of yourself and then celebrate it? Now I've got a special bonus clip that I think you're gonna enjoy, but before that, question of the day, I wanna know, what are you gonna do that will make you proud of you today? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you like this video and you're gonna take some action after watching it, give me a hashtag believe down in the comments as well.
Andrew Kirby, YouTube. Do you believe in self-punishment? And if yes, why? I believe in this ferociously. This is advanced class, and I know that most people are gonna have a seizure when they hear me say this. But if you don't learn how to effectively, not destructively, because that's where most people go, they get into an endless loop of self-punishment, which is totally ineffective. But if you don't learn to punish yourself, you will never get where you want to go. Now, that needs to pale in comparison to the amount of time that you reward yourself. Now, you need to earn that reward. If you're just lavishing yourself with emotional praise, and you haven't done anything, then I think that will cheapen it. It will ultimately mean nothing. And quite frankly, I don't think you can really bamboozle yourself. I don't think if you try to praise yourself for stupid shit, I think some part of you knows that you haven't done anything to deserve that praise. But when you set a bar and you meet that or exceed that, to then tell yourself, hey, you did it. You said you were going to do it. You did it. And that is worthy of praise. And getting good at praising yourself is incredibly important. And I think that most people have a very hard time doing both. Most people don't know how to effectively praise themselves. They don't know how to get themselves, first of all, to do things that are praiseworthy. And then when they do, they don't take the time to emotionally reward themselves, meaning you actually have to feel it. It can't just be intellectual. You've got to actually feel that. And the same with punishment. If you say you're going to do something, even if nobody's watching, and you don't do it, then you need to emotionally punish yourself. None of you will ever know whether I actually get out of bed in 10 minutes or less or not. But I say I do all the time. But every time I miss it, even if I miss it by seconds, I just gave myself the chills. Even if I miss it by seconds, I will punish myself for that. Because I said I was going to do it, and I didn't do it. So the fact that nobody's watching is utterly irrelevant to me. It has everything to do with myself. Now, the reason that this is important, the reason that I think that people need to do this is because that's how you shape your behavior. So, like water, over time can create the Grand Canyon, or you can take a polishing rock and shape stones. You can shape your personality. You can certainly shape your identity and shape your behaviors if you learn how to reward and punish yourself. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. That is the truth of the human condition.
If you want to know how Marisa Peer says rejection leads to success, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
I know you think I'm going to die from rejection. I'm not. Actually, it's going to make me stronger.